You talk to your dog every single day. You give commands. You repeat words. You try to make them understand. And when they don't respond the way you expect, it feels like they're ignoring you. Or worse, not listening at all. But here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not that your dog won't understand you. It's that you're speaking a language they were never designed to follow. Because while humans rely on words, dogs rely on something completely different. They communicate through movement, through timing, through energy, through patterns that happen in the background, signals that are silent, but incredibly precise. And the problem is, most owners never learn to see them, so they keep talking louder, repeating more, trying harder, while their dog is already responding, just not to the words. This is where frustration begins, on both sides, because your dog is communicating clearly, every single moment, through behavior, through reactions, through the way they move around you. But if you don't understand that language, it feels like guessing, and guessing leads to inconsistency. And inconsistency breaks communication. But science is starting to show something powerful. Dogs don't need more words. They need clearer signals. Signals that match how their brain processes the world. So in this video, we're going to break down 5 ways to communicate with your dog using what they actually understand. No guessing, no confusion, just clear, consistent signals that your dog can follow naturally. And you'll start noticing the difference almost immediately, especially with number 5. Because this is where most owners accidentally teach the wrong message without even realizing it. Number 1. Stop talking, start showing. You say sit once, twice, maybe 5 times, and your dog still doesn't respond. So you assume they're being stubborn or distracted or just not listening. But here's what's really happening. Your dog is not confused by the word. They're confused by the lack of clarity. Because in your dog's world, actions speak louder than sound. Dogs don't naturally learn through language. They learn through association, what they see, what happens next, what stays consistent over time. So when you say sit, but your body changes every time, your hand moves differently, your posture shifts, your tone varies, your dog receives a different signal every single time. And that breaks communication. Think about what that means. You're not teaching a command, you're creating a pattern. And if that pattern isn't clear, your dog has nothing stable to follow. Research in animal learning shows visual cues paired with consistent outcomes are far more effective than repeated verbal commands alone, because the brain links action to result, not sound to meaning. What to do? Simplify everything. Choose one clear gesture. For example, a slow upward hand motion for sit. Keep it identical every time. Pair it with the same outcome. Reward calm compliance, not delayed guessing. And most importantly, stop repeating the word. Say it once, then show. Because the moment your signals become visible and consistent, your dog stops trying to decode noise and starts following something they can actually understand. And that's when communication finally becomes clear. Number 2. Timing is the real language. You reward your dog, but nothing changes. You correct a behavior, but they keep repeating it. And it starts to feel confusing, like your dog just doesn't connect the dots. But the problem isn't what you're doing, it's when you're doing it. Because in your dog's mind, timing is everything. Dogs don't reflect on the past. They don't replay events. They live in a very small window of the present moment. Just a few seconds. That's where learning happens. So if your dog jumps on a guest, and you respond even a few seconds too late, your dog doesn't connect your reaction to the jumping. They connect it to whatever they're doing in that exact moment, which could be standing still or looking at you. And suddenly, you're accidentally teaching the wrong behavior. This is why so many owners feel stuck. They're communicating, but the message is arriving too late. Research in animal behavior shows associations must happen almost instantly for the brain to link cause and effect. Otherwise, the signal breaks and confusion replaces learning. Think about what that means. Your dog is not ignoring you. They're just receiving incomplete information. What to do? Mark the behavior immediately, the exact second it happens. Use a short, clear signal, like yes, or a click, then follow with a reward. Keep it precise. Keep it consistent, because when your timing becomes sharp, your message becomes clear. And when your message is clear, your dog no longer guesses. They understand. Number 3. Your energy sets the message. You give a command, the same word, the same gesture, but your dog responds differently. Sometimes they follow instantly. Other times, they hesitate or avoid you completely. And it feels inconsistent, like something is off. But the difference is not the command. It's you. Because beyond words and actions, your dog is reading your energy, the emotional state behind everything you do. Dogs are extremely sensitive to tension, to pressure, to subtle changes in your nervous system, long before you speak. They already feel whether you are calm or stressed or frustrated. And that feeling, it changes the meaning of your signal. You can say, "Come here," but if your body is tight, your breathing is shallow, your focus is intense, your dog feels pressure, not invitation. And pressure creates hesitation or avoidance. This is why many dogs seem stubborn, when in reality, they are reacting to emotional conflict. Research in canine behavior shows dogs are highly attuned to human emotional states, often mirroring or avoiding them, depending on intensity. Think about what that means. Your communication is not just what you do, it's how you feel when you do it. What to do. Slow down your internal state. Relax your breathing. Soften your focus. Remove urgency before giving a signal, because when your energy becomes calm and stable, your message becomes safe. And when your dog feels safe, they stop resisting and start responding, not out of pressure, but out of trust. Number 4, repetition builds their dictionary. You teach your dog something, they seem to get it, but the next day, it's gone. They hesitate, they guess, they do something completely different, and it feels like they forgot everything, but they didn't forget. They never fully learned it. Because for dogs, understanding doesn't come from one moment. It comes from repetition. Consistent, predictable, uninterrupted repetition. Dogs don't build meaning through explanation. They build it through patterns. The same signal leading to the same outcome, again and again, until the brain stops questioning and starts recognizing. This is how behavior becomes automatic. This is how a cue becomes a language. But here's where most owners break it. They change things too quickly. Different words, different tones, different timing, different expectations. And from the dog's perspective, it's no longer the same lesson. It's a completely new one. Every single time. Research in learning behavior shows repetition strengthens neural pathways, making responses faster, more stable, more reliable. But inconsistency does the opposite. It weakens the connection and brings confusion back. Think about what that means. Your dog is not slow. They're trying to build a system, and that system needs stability. What to do? Keep everything consistent. Same word, same gesture, same timing, same outcome. Repeat it enough until your dog stops thinking and simply responds, because when repetition becomes clear, your dog doesn't just perform the behavior, they understand it. And that's when communication becomes effortless. Number 5. What you reinforce is what you say. You don't need to speak. You don't need a command, because your dog is already learning from what you do next. Every single time, your dog jumps on you. You laugh. You touch them. You say their name, and without realizing it, you just said, "Do that again." Not with words, but with reinforcement. This is the part most owners miss. Communication is not what you intend. It's what your dog experiences. Because in your dog's brain, attention is not neutral. It's a reward. Eye contact, touch, talking, even pushing them away. It all carries meaning, and that meaning shapes behavior. This is how dogs learn fastest. Not from commands, but from consequences. Research in behavioral psychology shows behaviors followed by reward to become stronger, more frequent, more automatic, while behaviors that receive no reinforcement gradually fade. Think about what that means. You are always communicating, even when you think you're not. Every reaction, every moment of attention, every response is teaching your dog what works and what doesn't. This is why some unwanted behaviors never go away. Not because your dog is stubborn, but because they are being reinforced in small, subtle ways, over and over again. What to do? Be intentional. Reward calm behavior, quiet presence, relaxed states. Give attention when your dog is stable, not when they are demanding it. And when behavior is chaotic, remove attention completely. No eye contact, no talking, no reaction. Because the moment you control reinforcement, you control the message. And when the message becomes clear, your dog doesn't just listen, they learn exactly how to live with you. So here's what this really means. You don't need better commands. You don't need more words, because your dog was never waiting for language. They were waiting for clarity. They were watching, reading, adjusting, every single moment, trying to understand what you actually mean through what you do, not what you say. And once you see that, communication stops feeling like effort. It stops feeling like guessing, because you realize something simple. You've been communicating all along, just not intentionally. Every gesture, every reaction, every moment of attention has been shaping your dog's behavior, like a quiet conversation that never turns off. And the truth is, you were never doing it wrong. You just didn't know the rules. But now you do, and that changes everything. Because when your signals become clear, your dog no longer hesitates. They no longer test or second guess. They begin to respond quickly, calmly, naturally, not because they were forced to, but because they finally understand. And that's where real connection begins. Not control, not obedience, but understanding, the kind that feels easy, predictable, safe for both of you. So now I want to ask you, which of these are you going to change first? And what is your dog's name? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single one, and it helps me create guides that actually work in real life. And if this helped you see your dog differently, make sure to subscribe, because once you stop guessing and start communicating clearly, you don't just train your dog better, you build a relationship they've been trying to have with you from the very beginning.